What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Man, I'm back again, man. Story time. Yeah, story time, story time, story time. We going back up into prison, y'all. We going back up into prison. I had a dude in the comments the other day tell me, Toon, you need to stop leaving away from the prison stories. That's what I come for. I said, I understand that. Text him, hit him back, in the comments, hit him back. I understand that, but there's more to it than prison stories, street stories, all type of stuff, Anyway, this is a prison story, though. Back to a prison story. When I was in Cali, I was doing prison time. I didn't really see a whole lot of stuff that made me like, what? I didn't see a lot of that. No, didn't see a lot of it. The regular stuff, just, Cali politics. But now when I came to Alabama and got locked up, man, on a regular basis, I was seeing stuff, man, that made me like, what? Perfect example. My first week in prison in Alabama. First week. Man, matter of fact, I think I've been in the prison about 4 days. About 4 days. So like I say, to me, when I first came to Alabama prison system, for me, it was like being in the Twilight Zone. That's what I used to say, man, I'm in the Twilight Zone. Every morning I woke up, I used to hear that music to the Twilight Zone. Man, look, when I say I was a fish out of water, I was a fish out of water because it was totally different from what I was used to in the California prison system. Totally different. Totally different. So anyway, about my 4th day here, I'm seeing new stuff every day. Every day. Now, I told a story one day about when the police came to get us and took us to the kitchen, talk about shucking corn. Doing what? To corn? Shucking corn. I had never heard that term in my life. But the story ain't about that. I told the story on what happened that day already. Boom. But now, anyway, around that time, listen, man, I didn't know a lot of people. It was 1 or 2 dudes in there. I told you about the homies that was from Cali, that was from LA, that pulled up on me. Okay, but now they was cool, but they didn't live in the block with me. I stayed in a block where wasn't nobody from Cali in that block. You know what I'm saying? So, I wasn't talking to a lot of people at the time. I was just really kicking it. Like I said, I'd only been there 4 days. So listen, man, it's a lot of stuff go on. You gotta look. I'm 3,000 miles from home. I'm watching everything that go on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the feel of it. I'm trying to get the lay of the land. Who is who, what is what, when is when, and what is where is where. You know what I'm saying? I was 1 or 2 Crips in the block. Of course, they was coming to me wanting to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because once they found out where I was from, they wanted to know. They had a lot of questions, man. My first year was spent answering questions, But anyway, boom. On my 4th day there, man, I'm seeing dudes walk around. Now, Friday, I got there on a Monday. So this was on a Thursday. I told y'all about how they do the beauty pageants on Fridays. Wasn't used to that. Didn't know what it was about. Had never seen or heard of anything like that. Nothing. Boy, I was in for a rude awakening. Rude awakening, man. So look. It was a dude walking through the day room. Now, I didn't know this dude was gay. I didn't know he was gay. I thought he was a regular little white guy. Just walking. Boom. At the time, my cellie was a white dude. You know what I'm saying? He was cool. Cool. He didn't do nothing but sit in a cell and do hobby craft all day. He just do his little hobby craft. So bang, I'm just checking people out. So now the dude went to the water faucet. He got some water. It was another dude coming out the back. I'm sitting in the TV room, in the day room, on one of the benches. But now they got tables. They got the regular benches. Then they got tables for those who want to play dominoes, chess, all of those stuff. So I'm sitting at one of the tables where they play chess and dominoes. It's a phone on the wall right in back of me. I was planning on getting on the phone because I was bored, didn't have nothing to do. I wanted to talk to somebody from the house. So I'm sitting there contemplating on who I'm gonna call or whatever. So now, as the white guy leaves the water faucet, it's another dude that was coming from the back day room. He bailing from the back day room. He walked up on the white boy. He said, "Man, come here, ho." What? Scooby? That caught my attention. Man, because out of nowhere, he just called this man that. I'm like, shoot, in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's finna be a killing. It's finna be a killing. He called this man out his name. Anyway, so the white dude come toward him. He come here, ho. Come here. I'm looking like, what? When he get up on him, he grabbed him by his shirt and he go to looking. He looking at his face. He's sweating his face. He's sweating his face. Looking like, man, what is this? Man, the dude hauled off and cocked all the way back to Lebanon and brought it full force. Like it was on Air Force One. Wow! Whoa! Man, he slapped this boy so hard. Slapped him so hard. Boy backed up. Oh! He said, come here. Come here. Come here, B. Now, when I say B, y'all know I'm the B-I-T-C-H. Come here, B. Boy walked up to him. Boy, he hauled off and cracked him again. Bow! Slapped him to the floor. Bow! Man, I'm looking, my eyes big as Volkswagen lights. I'm like, man, what am I witnessing? What is this? His skin is tender, and I am literally watching it get tenderized. Whoa! Man, he told him, get up, B, get up. Man, the boy stood up. He flinching. He said, let me tell you something. If you don't go in there right now and get that hair off your face, I'm going to break your back. I'm like, what? Excuse me. I'm looking, I'm like, what? So the white dude, all right, I'm going now. I'm finna go. I'm sorry. I'm finna go. I'm sorry. I'm finna go. I'm watching. I'm like, dang, you finna go, fool. You need to be going to get that knife. That's what you need to be doing. Go pack your stuff up. Set it right there so when the police come get it, you gonna make sure all your property gonna come back there to lock up. Go get the knife and turn into Jason Voorhees. You know? But it wasn't that type. Get out. So man, the dude ran off. He ain't gonna tell you. You know better than that. You know you don't want no whoop-de-whoop hair on your face. But punk, what? I'm like, dang. So I'm tripping, man. Old boy storm off. He storm off. He storm off. I'm like, okay. Man, listen. So now, y'all put yourself in my shoes. Here it is. I'm 3,000 miles from home. Don't know nobody. Way out here in the Alabama State Prison. This only my 4th day in the prison. I just literally watched a dude slap another dude to the floor because he had some hair on his face somewhere. He had some hair on his face. I said, man, boy, look here. I started to stand up and click my heels. And like Dorothy, we are no longer in Kansas. We are no longer in Kansas. So of course, with me not really knowing nobody like that, it wasn't really nobody I can go really talk to and find out what did I just witness. What did I just witness? What did I just witness? So like, okay, all right, okay, cool. We locked down that night. We locked down that night. When I got in the cell, remember I told you Marcelli was the white dude. Cool, he was real cool. I said, hey, homie, look, let me ask you something. I say, now, you don't know the answer to it. Don't worry about it. I said, but now I just seen something tonight that I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What's up? So the dude was like, man, what's up, man? What happened? I commenced to explaining to him what I had just witnessed on the floor. I say, listen, man. I said, man, white dude was coming across the floor. And I say the black dude came out the back and told him, come here. He called him a name, though. I said, so when the white dude came to him, he grabbed him by the shirt and went to inspecting his face. And when he seen some hair on his face, he slapped him to the floor. Bow, bow, twice. I say, man, what's going on with that? What's up? Now, listen. You got to understand, with me coming from a California prison system, a system where one race is not going to do nothing to another race without it being some serious consequences and repercussions. This is what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? You put your hands on the brothers, we attack it. You put your hands on the Mexicans, they attack it. You put your hands on the white boys, they attack it. You put your hands on the others, they are attacking. That's what I was used to. So now for me to sit here in a maximum security prison in Alabama and see the black dude come out and slap the white boy to the floor because he had some hair on his face, called him all type of names. I'm like, man, what? So I don't know that at this time, I ain't been there long enough to understand the gang structure or what they got going on with the whites. I'm thinking that they got ABs and Nazi lowriders and skinheads and clans, and I'm thinking they got all this like in the Cali system, but they don't. They got two groups. They got ABs and SBs. ABs, Aryan Brotherhoods, SB, Southern Brotherhood. That's it. And they don't hold no weight in the maximum security prisons anyway. You have to go down to the lower level prisons for those groups to even hold any type weight anyway. So it probably, I learned as time went on that it wouldn't have made no difference if he was a part of a group anyway. He ain't had no win in that camp, in that prison. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say camp, that's what they call prisons in Alabama. They call them camps. But anyway, they wouldn't have had no win there anyway. But now, so I'm explaining to my cellie about how that would have went if it would have been in a California prison. I say, man, we'd be on lockdown right now. I say, we'd already had the ride by now. I say, yeah, we'd already had the ride by now. But that's when my cellie, commenced to explain it to me. He said, no, that's his boy. His what? You got to look. At the time, I was not used to that term. I didn't know what that term meant. He said, oh, no. He said, that's his boy. I said, what you mean that's his boy? A boy? What do you mean? I don't understand. He said, that's his punk. That's his property. That's his wife. A do tell. A do tell. I said, for real? He like, yeah. I didn't even have to say, he knew who I was talking about. He said, you talking about such and such and such and such. I'm like, I don't know. He described them. I say, yeah, that's them. He like, oh yeah, they gonna go through that. He said, that ain't nothing. I said, that ain't nothing. He like, no, man, that ain't nothing. He said, that's stuff they do. He said, that dude know he wasn't supposed to have no hair on his face. He know how such and such run his program. I'm like, for real? I say, so that's his punk. That's his property. He was like, yeah, that's how that go. I was like, oh. I said, wait a minute, hold on. So you mean to tell me that in Alabama, a black dude can have relations with a white dude and it ain't gonna be no riot? It ain't gonna be no drama? He was like, yeah. He said it ain't like that in Cali. I'm like, HELL now. No, no, ain't none of that jumping off. So, I explained to him how in Cali, everybody stay to themselves. All races stay to themselves. No matter where they on the side or just the regular side. All races stay to themselves. He was like, oh, well, look, he was like, he called me Big Selly. Oh, well, shoot, Big Selly, you're going to see a whole lot of that. You in Alabama now. I say, yeah, the rules is different. I say, I see the rules change. He said, yeah. And that blowed me away. It blowed me away. It was a learning experience. Like I say, only been there, 24, 48, 72, 96. I'd only been there 96 hours. Only been in prison in Alabama 96 hours when I seen this. And I was like, whoa. But the cold part about as time went on, oh man, it became the norm. It became the routine. I used to see that type of stuff all the time. Now, this is some of the crazy stuff that you're going to see in prison. You're going to see, man, look, man, I don't even know how I can explain it sometimes. I have seen some of the most weirdest, outlandish, upside down, craziest mess in the prison out here that you ever want to see. Almost one of them situations, if you name it, you seen it. But anyway, man, that's just a little quick one, man. I just had to tell y'all, man. Shout out to my Boston Celtics for sweeping the Indiana Pacers, and hopefully they gonna sweep whoever else come in front of them and win it all. The big bad green machine. Boston. But anyway, man, I'm out of here, y'all. Stay safe. And I represent the gangsters, homie. The Avalon gangsters. I'm out. Peace.
Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie. Ain't nobody gangsta party. 4, 2, 1, man. 4, 2, 1, man.